feel like fall. The night is shining and the lights are on and two historic rivals take on the field. It's the Battle of the Woods on the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian and Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar will be with you all throughout the night. Montwood versus Eastwood. Could you ask for anything better, Christian?
You know, you definitely can. A rivalry that goes back from many years, and we're just excited to see how it's going to turn out.
Montwood will have the ball first. Receive the kickoff. They'll start at the 22-yard line. Takes a snap, hands it off, up the middle, up the gut, gains a solid yardage around the 25-yard line, second down.
You know, this Trooper defensive line, they're really tough to get through, especially if you're running back, trying to find an open lane. With this Trooper defense, it's very tough to do that.
You have Isaac Galvin, the senior, lining up at starter, running back next to him, second down. Gonna hand it off again and run to the outside, trying to make quarterbacks miss. Gets down to the 29, it'll set up a third and a medium. Hand it off for solid yardage. Isaiah Claudio brings up only third down on the first drive of the game.
You know, if you're the Troopers right now, you really need to get this stop right now. It'll go in your favor throughout the rest of the game. However, if you're Montwood on the other hand, you really need to get this third down conversion.
Third down for the 29, takes the snap, looks, throws to the outside, short pass complete to Claudio. Claudio fighting his way toward the 40 and finally taken down. Curtis Murillo on the tackle, but moves the sticks. First down, Rams.
You know, good job by the Rams to get through from the Trooper defense. It's very tough to do so, but so far they're moving the sticks, and it's looking good for them right now.
All right, Christian, let's talk about the Rams right now. They stand with a record of 2-5. However, they've been in a lot of close losses. The Rams have experienced a tough season, not having a desired record at the last stretch of the year. But when taking a closer look, we can see how many close losses there were. They started off this season with a loss to San Angelo Central, 49-52, in a game that the Rams led the majority of the way. Then they were defeated by America's 40-37 in a comeback that fell short. Christian, what does that have to say about this team? As that snap is high, looks to the inside, past the 50, that pass complete, Diego Oaxaca.
You know, going back to what you said right now, it shows that the Montwood Rams, they're contenders and they're fighters. They will not go down with the fight, and it shows with their previous scores, where they've mostly lost to other teams by only one score.
At the 40, third down with 2 yards to gain. Takes it, looking, faking, rolling out. Here comes the pressure, finds the open man across the middle, fighting his way. Michael Cardenas trying to take him down and gets to the 39, 41-yard line, marked him. First down, Rams.
That's already 2 third down conversions that the Montwood Rams have gotten. And if you're Coach Julio Lopez, you cannot be happy about that for the Troopers.
Galvin takes it, screens it. Finding a hole is Diego Oaxaca. Gets close to the first down, stopped at the 38-yard line. 33-yard line. Now, the Rams aren't coming in with the best conditions. They coming off a sour defeat against Pebble Hills, where the Rams led 35-31 with 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. However, Spartan quarterback Gael Ochoa marched his team down the field and iced the game with a touchdown run, putting the Spartans atop 38-35. That pass short, flag flies. Close to the first down it goes. But Christian, with the close loss to Pebble Hills, who was one of the best teams in El Paso, what does that have to say about this Rams team?
You know, it shows that they really want to fight to get the win no matter what. Eastwood, when they played Pebble Hills, I know they lost by multiple scores. However, Montwood, they were leading and going into the fourth quarter, and they really tried to hold on to the lead. However, Pebble Hills is a very good football team, and unfortunately for them, they weren't able to hold on to the win.
Penalty marching them back. Overall, the Rams have been able to drive down the field. Obviously, this penalty not proof of that, but right now where they stand, the 43-yard line, make it 2nd and 12. Replay second down. You have Claudio in the backfield. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Takes it, high snap, looking, running toward the outside, getting blocks as Claudio, making a move as Claudio, and down close to the first tee, goes to the 34-yard line.
Right now, they're 2-2 for third down conversions, and we'll see if they could go 3 for 3 right now.
Interesting third down and short coming up. Takes it, high snap, hands it off to Claudio. Claudio pushing his way down. Now make it 2 for 3 on third down, gain of 1. All right, Christian, early fourth down. You're at Trooper Stadium, one of the hardest places to play. What do you elect to do?
You know, right now it shows signs that they're going to go for it on fourth down because they want to capitalize on this drive and get the score up high. However, it's very difficult in this environment. You're in a rival stadium. There's lots of fans cheering. There's lots of fans booing your team. But we'll see if they can get the fourth down conversion right here.
Timeout taken on the play. Call it Rams. Have to readjust a little bit. 4th and 10, you're on the 33. Is this too long for a field goal?
You know, I don't know for certain, Sebastian. I haven't seen their kicker. I don't know how far he could kick from. However, you definitely don't want to kick a field goal in this situation right here. You have good ball placement. You're moving up the field very easily, and you just want to continue driving the ball.
Rams looking to go up early, possibly create a better lead than the ones they've had while leading big and still end up losing. It'll stay at the 33-yard line. Overall, from the Troopers defense, what have we seen from them early on in the first drive?
You know, we saw that they've gotten stops on first and second downs. However, on the third down, they've been slacking a bit, and they've been letting them get the third down conversion. That's about it, though. Besides that, they've been doing very good so far.
The Rams' drive has bleeded almost 5 minutes off the clock. Galvan takes it, looking, dropping back, pumping, now having to roll out. Here comes the pressure. He's going to float it, and it's incomplete. Early turnover on down, and it's a Trooper first down.
You know, if you're the Troopers, that's exactly what you need right now to go and drive the ball down for a touchdown.
Troopers will finally get their shot at the ball. In comes Evan Minhares. He's had his rough stretch of games, obviously versus Coronado. He had to be sat down for a little bit with Dario Diaz due to them trailing early, but they ended up winning that game by a big amount. And also last week where they put up 59 points against Socorro at the SAC. 1st and 10 for the Troopers. Takes the snap, looking, fakes it, Curtis Murillo's way. Murillo trying to find the blocks. Murillo is close to the first down. See if they give it to him. They do. Right at the 44 he goes. At the 44 he stands. Minhares takes it, fakes it, looks, gets it, Murillo. You could call him the MVP of this team as he's past the 50, past the 45, making his way inside of the 45, just outside of the 40, around the 43. First down, back to back.
You know, they've already done 2 plays, and in those 2 plays, they've already gotten 2 first downs. You wonder if this Montwood defense is going to be able to keep up with this Trooper offense.
Minhares takes it, fakes it. Again the screen to Curtis Murillo. Why stop what's working? Past the 40, driving his way inside of the 35. Not a first down, but close to it. Makes it 2nd and short.
You know, starting off, the Montwood Rams, they've been running the ball a lot. They were draining the clock down. However, it looks like Eastwood's taking the opposite approach, throwing a lot. It may just be screen plays. However, they're just throwing a lot more than the Rams right now.
The Rams zone was bleeded 5 minutes off the clock. Eastwood barely has one. Handed off. Max Mencia makes the move, cutting to the outside. Past the 30 he goes, but finally met by Rams defenders to be taken down. But past the first down, enough for the first down. Troopers move the chains. Right at the 30, they'll be spotted. 1st down and 10. Minhares takes it, fakes it, gives it to Murillo. Murillo with the screen. Murillo past the 30, trying to find blocks, now cutting back to the inside, and he is going to be stuffed. Credit the official tackle to Jaden Flores, takes him down, 2nd and long. Finally a stop for the Rams, Christian.
You know, they definitely did a good job on that. Maybe they're preparing for the screenplay. They've done it about 3 times now, and they were just prepared to see what would happen with it.
We see the Troopers moving back. Penalty on the play, no flag was thrown. Troopers will replay first down. No flag on the play, but most likely an interference because it moves them back 10. First down and 20 from the 40. Movement at the line. Flag flies. I mean, Haddis all the time in the world. Taken down rather harshly. Pass intended for Nate Gomez, and it's incomplete. Able to get a hand on it is Cameron Harlson. It'll make it second down and 20, depending on what the flag is.
You know, it's most likely false start. That's why all the receivers went down to the end zone. With the false start and the defensive line jumping offsides, you get the free play and you'll be able to go to the end zone with that.
Looks like Haddis received a hard hit at the end, and the coach is wanting a flag, not given one. Penalty on the Rams, move him up. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, so you go from a 1st and 10 all the way to a 1st and 20, but due to the penalty on the Rams, 1st and 15. Haddis with Mancia to the right. Gomez to the left. Hand it off, Mancia up the gut, making the cut to the outside. Past the 30, Mancia makes the move, past the 25, and inside stopped right at the 25. Mark it a gain of around 10. Second down and 5 for the Eastwood Troopers.
Good run by running back Max Mancia to get up and to push the offense up. See right here, Sebastian, if I'm the Troopers, I'm going to the end zone right here. It's second and short. You've been able to get first downs easily, and we'll see if they do that right here.
Handed off to Mancia, up the middle again. Enough for the first down? Yes, it is. Troopers move the sticks once again. First down after first down. A very successful starting drive without going to the air much.
You know, so far you're right, Sebastian. These Rams, they haven't been able to stop the Troopers very much. They got the one stop on the screenplay, but that was about it.
1st and 10 down officially at the 18-yard line. Takes it. Hands it off, up the gut. Max Mancia had it. Mancia past the first down, past the 10, inside red zone territory, and inside almost what you could call the goal line. First down, Troopers, 1st and goal. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Haddis takes it, handed off the gut. Mancia has the blocks. Mancia goes into the end zone. Ball is loose. Count it, Eastwood, touchdown! Might be some controversy instilled in one. Looks like Mancia let go of the ball before he got to the goal line, but rule a Trooper touchdown.
You know, he definitely did lose the ball. However, I'm not sure if it was before or after he got into the end zone. However, he did an amazing job to break tackles and to break the defense and to go to the end zone.
Troopers early up 6-0 after what seemed to be a dangerous drive made by the Rams. Jesus Garcia up to kick it away. His extra point is good. Counted. Troopers lead 7-0 early on in the first quarter. Now, Christian, we know the expectations for the Troopers have been high after the historic results of last season, which has given this team a, you can say, brighter spotlight. The Troopers have been featured in numerous KTSM 9 OT Game of the Weeks. This includes the game against Pebble Hills, Coronado, and the Americas. Can this be jarring for such a young varsity team, or is it more of a motivation to have this type of spotlight?
It's definitely more motivation. You know, there's more eyes on you. Motivating you to just play better and just do your best and to go all out and try to get the win, which for most of the part they have been successful besides the Pebbles Hill game.
Troopers entering with a record of 5-2. They stand in district with a record of 4-1. As Christian pointed out, the only district game they've lost is Pebble Hills. Flip the other side of the coin. The Montwood Rams come in 2-5. Their district record is 2-3 in their 6th place in 6A Region 1 District 1. Meanwhile, Eastwood is 4. With a win tonight, it would basically post-clinch season for the Eastwood and mark elimination for the Montwood Rams. Big stakes tonight, and you gotta love it.
You know, as you stated earlier, they're 2-3 in district.
Yes, sir.
But, however, their record tells one story. However, the scores of the games that they lost tell another story. They're competing with all they have, and they just want to try to do good and win. However, it's just not enough.
Rams falling short consistently. See if they can break the pattern, but it's going to be tough here at Trooper Stadium. Already down 7-0. They'll start at the 30, good positioning, 1st and 10. Galvan takes it, looks, pumpings, now throws! And the failed screen falls for a loss. Troopers on it. Mark it 2nd and even longer. Officially no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Isaac Galvan takes it, looks, screen, Claudio's got it. Claudio looking for blocks and he's going to be taken down. Chanowski and Carrera were there for the tackle, brings up 3rd and long.
You know, they definitely did a good job to just break through and to go to the screen play and tackle the opponent. However, the Montwood Rams, they weren't able to get the 1st down. But so far, they've been doing good on 3rd down conversions. We'll see if they could get it here 3rd and long.
Mark him at the 31-yard line, 3rd and 9. 1 deep safety, looking, throwing, down the middle, completed to Claudio, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. Troopers get there before he can move the sticks. Michael Carrera was there, marks it 4th and very short. Never mind, move the chains, enough for the 1st down. From our point of view, it looked like he barely got there, if any, especially with Carrera pushing him back, but the officials rule it, crossing the chains and 1st down. What do you think of the call? Right call, Christian?
I don't know, to be honest, Sebastian. I saw the judge on the sideline closest to us go a bit above the marker, not showing 1st down. However, the referee on the side where the chains are, he signaled 1st down.
Isaiah Claudio, the run to the outside. Gains short yardage, 2nd down and long coming. Second and 8, Christian, you might have blinked, but now we've got a little over 3 minutes to go. That pass, that snap taken in, pass it off. However, short distance gain by Caleb Alvarez sets up another 3rd and long for the Montwood Rams. And a signaling a stop of the clock, or the refs have it to discuss.
You know, Sebastian, you're right. This quarter has gone by very fast due to the fact that there have not been a lot of incompletions and everything's been staying inbound, so the clock has just been running and ticking down.
We've seen a lot of ground play, Christian, a lot of runs, a lot of screen passes, especially from the side of the Troopers. Evan had his overall screen after screen after screen, and hey, why stop what's working, especially when you have a quick start like Curtis Murillo?
You know, you're definitely right, Sebastian. Curtis Murillo, he's able to break tackles. He's able to find a lane and just go to it, put his head down and run. And so far, it's been working for them very well.
Now, on October 7th, Eastwood did face Americas, and that game was tight-knit, 20-19. And what won them that game? The punt return made by quickster Curtis Murillo to come down all the way to the end zone and score what would be the final point of the game. Won in that game. So you got to think they have a lot of confidence in Murillo. But right now, it's a 1st and 10. Penalty moves the Rams up. Now loading, fires to the outside. That pass is incomplete. Intended for Diego Oaxaca. Looked like it could have been a big play, instead falls incomplete.
You know, if you're the Rams, you definitely have to get that ball in this situation right now. You're down by 7. You want to get a score going into the 2nd quarter to boost your team's morale and get the momentum going on your side.
Barely mispaced the pass. However, this Trooper defense, they've been on it. No long passes by either team. It's been a very mixed game, you can say, of classic football and modern football. Handed off to Claudio. Claudio past the 30, finding bodies, and enough for the 1st down to be inside the 30, just outside the 25-yard line. Rams with the 1st. Clock still rolling and a little bit confusing on the field. Officially marked down at the 27-yard line. Takes the snap. They're going to fake it, and it is going to take it. Isaac Galvan takes it for a short gain. Enough to move the chains. Another Rams 1st down. Little quarterback sneak action there, Christian.
You know, both these quarterbacks, their ability to scramble so far has been really good. Evan Minhares, we've seen before that he likes to scramble a lot, likes to keep the ball and just put his head down and run.
Hand it off. No, never mind. They're going to fake it again. Past the 20, the 15, and close to the 10-yard line. Taken down right at the 11. Set it up. Second and short, just outside the 10.
If you're the Troopers right here, you really want to get this stop and not allow the Rams to score. It'll just be overall just better for your team.
Isaac Galvan with Claudio to the left. 3 receivers to the left, dropping back. Here comes the pressure, and he's not going to escape it. In there to take him down, count it, Robert Lagarda. Sets up third down after a promising start to the Rams drive. That sack, how does it change momentum?
You know, it definitely changes a lot of momentum. You went from second and short to now third and long, where you really have to convert this if you're the Rams and try to get a touchdown right here.
So from second and 4 all the way down to third and 11. Right at the 18-yard line.
It's definitely not good for the Rams. However, on the other hand, it's amazing for the Troopers because you want to stop them from getting a touchdown, but you want to stop them from scoring overall in general.
Isaac Galvan already spiked it, already had the snap in his hands, but roll it. False start on the Rams. It'll set him back even more. Make it 3rd and 16. Third and 16 for the Rams. Now from the 18 to the 23-yard line. Stibe is to the right. 3 receivers to the left. Claudio to the left of Galvan. Galvan takes it, looking, has time in the pocket, but now having to roll out. Here comes the pressure, and it just barely able to escape it, but has to throw it away. Jaden Serrano brought the pressure, and Galvan could not escape it. 4th and 16 at the 23, and at least for now, the offense is staying out there.
And now the Rams will have to settle for a field goal. That's amazing for the Troopers. However, the Rams, you really wanted to get a touchdown and capitalize the amazing drive that they just had right now.
Ball at the 23. Snaps it, takes it, the kick is... It's good! Rams get their first points of the game, 7-3 with 48 seconds to go. It's been a nice first quarter, Christian.
You know, it definitely has. Not a lot of scoring so far. The clock's winding down a lot, but hopefully things will soon change.
That was a 40-yard field goal. So a great field goal made by Diego F. Ceballos, especially in a hard environment. Now, Christian, something I want to point out, this might be a little bit back to old football, is that Isaac Galvan, starting quarterback for the Rams, stayed there to take the snap for the field goal. That's not something that you see nowadays, especially in the professionals. Usually it's either the backups, but mostly the punters that take it in. So you don't really see quarterbacks take the snap for the field goal anymore.
You know, you definitely don't because you risk injury, you risk something just happening. However, it could also signal that sometimes they might be able to fake it because the starting quarterback is out there.
We asked for a game, and we're getting one. 7-3, close game. Troopers lead by 4 with 48 seconds to go in the first. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar. So overall, it was a good start to the drive for the Rams. A good, solid first quarter, you could say. The first drive they were threatening big. Obviously, turnover on downs. Troopers get back the ball quickly to score a touchdown. They're able to get the field goal, but now the Troopers coming back with the ball. What can they do here?
You know, they really want to get the touchdown. They really want to capitalize this drive and get up even more going into the second quarter.
Rudy Garcia elects to let it fall into the end zone. It'll be Troopers first down from the 25. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Should the Troopers start experimenting more with Evan Minhares, float it out a little bit, throw some inside passes, outside passes, long passes, deep passes, or should they keep running it, screening, running it, screening?
You know, you can't really say for sure right now. The Montwood Rams, they couldn't stop them on the Troopers' first drive. However, I think he's going to go deep right now.
Minhares takes it, dropping back, throws to Manillo, and that falls incomplete. No flags. Double coverage. They know how dangerous he can be, and they were prepared.
You know, going back to what you said, it's high risk, high reward. You want to do those big plays and just defeat your team, the opponent's morale, and just stomp on them and dominate the game. However, if you give up the interception this early in the game when the score is this low, it can lead to very bad things in the future of the game.
Second down and 10. Mancia to the right of Minhares. Minhares takes it, looks, throws it short. That pass and for Evan Macias off the hands and incomplete. But it would have been better if he would have just let it go instead of receiving the harsh hit that he would have received, as bringing the pressure was Antonio Landeros. It would have been better for him to just let go of the ball and take the blow instead of catching it and taking an even bigger blow.
You know, it definitely was. It might have been better that he did that, so good job on him.
Minhares takes it, dropping back. Here comes the pressure. That one short and incomplete. Munillo with the diving attempt, however, doesn't prove successful. Brings up 4th and 10 for the Eastwood Troopers.
That would have been an easy first down for the Troopers if quarterback Evan Minhares got the ball there. Curtis Murillo would have been to turn and just go upfield. However, he couldn't get the ball there.
We talked about long and short drives. The Montwood Rams have bleeded the clock a lot. Right now, the Troopers, obviously, they scored the touchdown within a short time period. And now, 15 seconds, and now you have to punt back.
You know, it definitely sucks for the Troopers. However, for the Rams, it's going to feel amazing for them right now.
Send it off. We haven't seen many punts by the Eastwood Troopers. This one of the first that we get to witness. Taken down just outside of the 30, inside of the 35. We'll see the Rams, see if they can notch up the score or maybe take the lead. The punt taken in by Diego Oaxaca. It'll be 1st and 10 near the end of the first quarter. Galvan takes it, looks, throws to the outside, completes it to Oaxaca. Oaxaca makes a move to the inside, past the 40, close to the 45, just outside, counted around the 47.
And
now move the sticks. Wow.
You know, from up here, it definitely looks short. However, the referees might have seen something different than we have.
Mark the end of the first, 7-3. 4-point lead being attained by the Troopers. Christian, thoughts on the first quarter?
You know, so far, the Rams, they've been doing good on third down conversions. However, they had to settle for a field goal early on. That wasn't their ideal move. However, they still got the score. That's better than nothing. And right here, they definitely want to get a touchdown.
7-3 is your score. Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. Coming to you live from Trooper Stadium, you're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network or the Eastwood Athletics YouTube channel. Now, Christian, also, not only it being a rivalry game, not only it being Battle of the Woods, it's also middle school night. Middle school bands, middle school dance teams, middle school everything. And it's especially special here in Eastwood because you have 2 main middle schools, Eastwood Middle and Eastwood Knowles, the Raiders and the Dragons.
You know, you definitely want to get the win, not only for the crowd, but for the kids, motivate them. They're in football, they're young, and they want to continue playing football throughout high school. So seeing your team, seeing the future high school that you're going to win, it's just going to feel so much better. Oh, that interception!
Pass down the middle, talk about the chains and the tide. Able to intercept it, Jacob Barron comes up big. Talk about middle school, talk about motivation, and what better way to motivate them than with an interception?
You know, you just got the ball for the Rams on your first play, you give up a turnover. That's definitely not ideal for them, and I'm sure the coaches are not happy about it one bit.
Here's a worrying stat, Christian. You're the Rams, you're barely in the second quarter, and you already have 2 turnovers, 1 on downs and an interception.
You know, it's definitely not good for their offense. However, their defense, they stopped the Troopers 1 drive. They're only successful 1 out of 2 times, but we'll see if they can stop them right here.
Pumps, hand it off the middle to Janowski. Janowski past the 30 and just stumbles, loses the ball. Play blown dead. Past the 30, close to the 25. Mark it right at the 26-yard line. Enough to move the chains, but it looks like he could have got for way more.
You know, and already, Sebastian, it looks like the Troopers are excited about the turnover. They're pushing the ball up. Running back Jake Shanowski find an open hole, and he just put his head down and ran and just did an amazing job.
Talk about momentum. That screen pass to Munillo. Munillo close to the 10-yard line, going past the 20, past the 15. See where the ref spotted? He spotted right at the 11, just outside of the 10-yard line. Enough for the first down, not enough for the first down and goal. Well, we're going to move the ball down the field. 1 interception and 2 plays, and you're already in the red zone. Hand it off, Janowski. Not only is this man a dual threat running back, he's also a middle linebacker. And we've seen much of that by Janowski. Mostly on the defensive side than the offensive side. Really the first time they're prominently using him here. Christian, thoughts on the changes from middle linebacker to running back, how it is to handle the duality of that position?
You know, I'm sure it's definitely tough. Oh.
Hanging their heads over, putting the palms on the cheeks of the Eastwood coaches and the Eastwood crowd. Curtis Munillo wide open, but just misses it ever so slightly.
You know, as you said before, I'm sure Jake Shanowski, I'm sure he's getting tired a lot. However, he's just pushing through that, and he just wants to do a good overall and do good for his team to get the win.
Looking for redemption now, making a move at Minhadis pushing bodies past the 5-yard line. No, right at the 5, not enough for the first down to the 4th down and short. Now, Christian, obviously that was a big mistake to miss Curtis Munillo in the end zone like that. And many people can have feelings toward him. However, we have to remember the fact that this is a loud environment and the nerves can sometimes get to you, and that mistakes are prone of happening, especially at this level.
You know, they definitely are. Even if you're the home team, the crowd and the noise, it could get to you. Even if it's your home team cheering, sometimes it could just be too much and too much pressure.
Usually teams take minutes, timeouts to decide whether they want to go for it on 4th down. Eastwood decided in 2 seconds, we're going for it. The Montwood Rams have to call a timeout, 10 minutes, 33 seconds. The most exciting 2 minutes you'll ever see in football.
You know, the Rams right now, they're just trying to stop this Trooper offense, the Trooper momentum, and they want to stop them on 4th down here. It'd be ideal for them because you do not want to give up another score right here.
Troopers driving in, the Rams just trying to stop them. Now, Christian, here's the thing about the Rams. We discussed largely in the first quarter their close losses, but they've also had close wins against great teams. The most prominent one being against Franklin, who currently stands 3rd in the division. And that came in homecoming, where they won it 43-42 at the sack to be able to go to the homecoming dance with pride. Now, hold that thought for a moment as the Eastwood Troopers are marching in. Obvious offside, no flag. 4th and 3 could easily be turned to a 1st and 10, no flag. It'll be 4th down if they don't convert. Big controversy. Hadis run up the middle, cut to the outside. Have to check the call. No chains being moved. It looks close from our angle.
You know, it definitely does. You can tell. It's at an angle. It's hunted. And the Rams will get the ball.
Count it, not a 1st down. And now you have to be wondering why a flag wasn't thrown on the clear offsides by the Rams.
You know, probably because they couldn't snap the ball in time to get the call offsides. But right here for the Troopers, if they stop him right here, the Rams do not have good field position and might have to punt, and that will put the Troopers at a good position when they get the ball back.
But here's the thing, Christian. If this is a close game and it comes down to decisions like that, that is going to be big and controversial, especially for the Eastwood coaching staff that will not be happy about the missed call.
You know, it definitely won't be Sebastian.
Isaac Galvan takes it in the end zone, loading up deep towards the outside. Oaxaca making the diving grab. Flag flies. We got to check it. On the coverage was Aiden Juante. I didn't really see anything there. Christian, what did you see? Interference or no interference?
To be honest, I didn't see a lot of interference at all. It looks like he was just playing his man. He had his hands to his side. It didn't look like there was a lot of contact. However, I believe the refs are going to call pass interference right here.
Check it. We heard yes. Troopers pass interference. We saw Oaxaca made a move. We saw Oaxaca had to lean forward. But frankly, There wasn't that much of a push.
You know, I don't think there was. Sebastian from up here didn't look like Aiden Huante touched him at all.
Doesn't put them down at the yard of the penalty. Isaac Galvan takes it close to the first down, just a yard short, right at the 28.
And the chains will move. The Rams got a first down.
Rams first down to the 28 mark and one more yard. Galvan with Claudio to the right. Looked like that one a surprise. Looks, throws to the outside. That ball hits the ground and incomplete. Bringing the pressure from both sides is this Trooper defense. Lagardo is bringing it. Brings up second down. Lagarda has been a force in this defensive line, and we felt it. Especially Isaac Galvan has felt it. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And while we haven't seen that many sacks, we have seen the fast decisions made by quarterback Isaac Galvan. That one high. Fake it to Claudio. He's going to run it towards the outside, cutting the inside and sliding down. Taken down by Aiden. Want to see if it moves the chains. It's not 1 yard short. Maybe some miscommunication by the chains. Yes, count it 1 yard short. Third down and 1.
You know, so far we've seen a lot of quarterback Isaac Galvan for the Rams keep the ball and just scramble and get out of the pocket. And so far he's been doing really good at that, getting short downs.
Takes it. Screen pass to Caleb Alvarez. Alvarez is close to the 15, enough for the first down. Flag flies right near the line of scrimmage. We have to check whether that's holding, ball started, offsides, whatever it can be a game changer on this third and short.
And it'll be a holding call on the Montwood Rams, and they're going to have to go back.
Well, from 3rd and 1 down to, however they decide, whether 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 6, should march him down 5. And it'll march him down the long way. Holding call on the Rams. That goes for a 10-yard loss. So from 3rd and 1 in good positioning to 3rd and 11. From the 37 to the 27. Make it a little bit harder. 3rd and 11. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, looking, throws to the outside, trying to find the open man. Thread the needle, finds this man, and it's a Ram first down. A great pass and a great catch by Jeremiah Stabe moves the chains.
You know, I'm sure the Troopers are not happy about that. They keep on letting up the third down conversions, and I'm sure the coaches are not happy about it either.
All right, Christian. Now, contrary to what the record says, 2-5, this team, as we talked about before, they beat Franklin. And the way they beat Franklin was something incredible, as Claudio takes it short gain for the first down, counted second down, stops around the 44-yard line. The win against Franklin was something of magic, and their most notable win came during homecoming week. In the fourth quarter, they were down 42-28, and basically all looked lost. But a late scoring drive and a pick with little over 2 minutes to go put the ball in the hands of Isaac Galvan, who's starting today, and allowed the Rams to drive down the field to make it 41-42. And with it being homecoming, the Rams elected to try the fake field goal, and they successfully converted and ultimately won the game 43-42 as a flag flies on the line of scrimmage on second down. Check the call, but Christian, what does that have to show about Montwood's attitude during being down late during a game, especially against Franklin, who is one of the best teams in Division 6A here in El Paso?
It shows that they're not willing to go down without a fight, and they definitely proved that when they beat Franklin. They proved that no matter how much they were down by, the game's not over until it's over.
A lot of clock stops in the second quarter. Penalties, passes to the outside. Rams attempting to drive down the field. Now, right now in the second quarter, it is officially the passing of the boot. Tonight during the second quarter, Eastwood will pass the boot around to help raise funds for the stand with Estela Fund in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Currently, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, are raising funds with the boot around. And this boot can be seen with the theme of the student section, who is outed in cowboy pink. This is all to honor Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pass the boot and kick cancer. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Troopers. Puts the Rams at the 49. Interesting, Christian.
You know, it definitely is just pushing the ball up, gave you a first down, and we'll see what they can do with it here.
Give it to the hands of Claudio. Claudio gains a solid yardage. Counted 3 at the 46-yard line. Second down and 7. Noah Medina was there to bring him down. Clock winding. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fix it. Now, loading up, Galvan shoots it to Oaxaca, and that falls incomplete on the coverage with Roman Laguana. Able to stop that from being complete. 3rd and 7.
You know, if you're the Rams right there, if you're the receiver, you definitely have to get that ball and catch it, because your team really needs to score right now to get yourself back in the game. I know it may show that the Rams are only down by 4 points. However, you just want that momentum and that energy for your team.
3rd and 7. 3rd downs have been hard to come by. As you stated, they started 2 for 2 on 3rd downs. Haven't had much success since. Give it to Claudio, up the gut, and he loses the ball. Have to check who jumps on it. Looks like the Troopers got it. Yes, they do. Count it. 1, 2, 3 turnovers for the Rams, and 1, 2, 3 recoveries for the Troopers. Marching another Trooper first down.
You know, I'm sure the Troopers are excited about the turnover. However, as we saw in their last offensive drive, they weren't able to capitalize with their score on that. We'll see if things change differently right here.
Troopers defense hold. Christian, I think we gave the Rams a little bit of the announcer's curse early on in the game, because it's been disastrous ever since we started. Same with they were doing good. Minhares fix it to Chanowski. Screen pass to Munillo. Munillo past the 50. Munillo can't get close to the 45. Inside the 50, just outside the 45 at the 47, counted officially. We've seen a lot of Murillo in this, and it's for a reason, as we stated. The game versus Americas. Now, when talking about big results, in an interview with the EP Sports Network, Coach Lopez touched on how there are more juniors than usual on this year's varsity squad. But the stats tell a different story. If you look at just the stats on paper, it wouldn't tell you that there's almost pure juniors on this Eastwood team. And all of their wins, excluding Americas, the Troopers have outscored their opponents by 3 touchdowns or more, with wide receiver Curtis Munillo averaging 109.7 yards a game as that run takes them past the first down. Kicker Jesus Garcia, he ranks first in the division for the most point after touchdowns. Now, while he's not a punter, we can't coach Rich Eisen with saying that punters are people too, because kickers are people too, and their stats deserve to be looked at. As Minhares now dropping forward, making the run past the 30, the 35, the 30. Minhares is down to the 20. Minhares to the 10, the 5. Somebody say Eastwood touchdown!
You know, the Rams, they just gave up a massive play, and I'm sure they're not happy about it at all. However, the Troopers, they were able to capitalize with the turnover and were able to get that touchdown to keep on with the momentum.
We were talking about stats, and add one more. Now, next on the stat sheet was Evan Minhares. He ranks number 9 in Texas UIL, entire Texas University Interscholastic League, for total yards. And he ranks number 21 in the entire state of Texas, meaning a top 25 ranking in Texas UIL and Texas as a whole for Evan Minhares in yards. At that point, after attempt is good for the leader in El Paso 6A. But Christian, not only is this big for the present of Troopers results, but what does this have to say about the future of the program?
It shows that they have people that are still shining, people that are showing what they're made of and proving to other people, hey, look at me, I'm amazing.
Strut your stuff. Little over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Troopers now extend the lead 14-3. Rams looking to combat that. Troopers lead 14-3. A little halfway over with the second quarter. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe while you're at it. Leave a like. 14-3 is your score. Send it off. Onside kick. Can it start with the stuff? However, Claudio takes it in and tried to go to the 50 down at the 48. And a tough tackle made by the Troopers. Aiden Huante. Market start for the Montwood Rams, but it didn't look like they took a liking to the way Claudio was taken down.
They definitely didn't. You know, Sebastian, in previous games, like the one in where they played Las Cruces Bulldogs, we saw that the Troopers, they did a lot of onside kicks, confusing the opponent, and to try to keep getting the ball. However, it was unsuccessful right there, and we'll see if they score, if they will try it again.
Be down at the 44, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Christian, it's not an under-exaggeration when we could say that they need points.
You know, it's definitely not. They need a score. They have 3 on the board right now. However, that's definitely not ideal. You especially want to get something, especially it's getting close near halftime, and you just want to get more points on the board.
Claudio gets solid yardage, counted 2nd and 5, ball on the 49-yard line. Gain of 5 for Claudio, gain of 5 for the Rams. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, 2 twos everywhere. Galvan takes it, drops back, looks, throws, screen pass, completes it to Oaxaca. Diego Oaxaca is past the 50, past the 45. No, count him right at the 45.
So far for the Rams, previous 2 offensive drives, they've given up 2 turnovers. We'll see if they can hold on to the ball here and try to drive down and get the touchdown or even a field goal.
At the 45, 1st and 10 for the Rams, 14-3. Little over 6 minutes. Galvan takes it, screens it, completes it. Trying to make the block, but taken down. Jeremiah Stabe couldn't do much with it. Trooper defense comes up big, only allows 1 yard on the screen pass. How big of a factor has the Trooper defense been playing this game?
You know, it's definitely been a big factor. They got 2 takeaways. They've only allowed the Rams to score 3 points, when the Rams have definitely been able to score a lot more points than that. And it just shows that they're fighting and they're contending against this good Rams offense.
Handed off to Claudio. Claudio trying to use the stiff arm, and there again are the Troopers. The Troopers are marching in, and they're making them lose yards. Nathan Lopez there to take him down. Makes it 3rd and 12 from the 47.
You know, and again, the Rams are in a crucial 3rd and long where they really need to convert and get points up on the board.
3rd and 12 from the 47. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, that's Oaxaca. Galvan takes it. Galvan having a roll out. Galvan looks like he's going to run. Shoots it down to midfield. Count it. Incomplete. Fired it midfield toward the outside. Intended.
You know, throwing in double coverage, it's really scary if you're a quarterback and even if you're a wide receiver, because you don't know what could happen out of the play. However, quarterback, he trusted his receiver to catch the ball. Unfortunately for them, he wasn't able to bring it in.
Pass intended for Caleb out of it, but they had the double team on him. Results in a 4th down, and the Rams are punting back the ball to the Eastwood Troopers with a little over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter and the first half. Not a fake for reals. Murillo is going to take it, lets it bounce. That one scary, could have been muffed. Will we see some return action, maybe down to the end zone? Right now he's just trying to get past the 10, past the 20, past the 30, the 35, being pushed to the 40, and that's where it stopped. But a great return on something that looked very risky at the start.
You know, it definitely does risky, and it's very important that he doesn't get tackled at the very end. But good for him, he was able to escape the pressure and just go to the sideline, just keep running to where the Montwood Rams punted the ball pretty much.
So right now, we could say that it's been a low-scoring game. I know 14-3 is kind of iffy when it comes to low scoring, but compared to previous games past, especially where we've been here, excluding Americas, Eastwood right now would be winning 35-3, we could say.
You know, you're definitely right, Sebastian. With Las Cruces and El Dorado, they had a lot.
I mean, Harris alone in the pocket. That went high court towards Michael Carrera. Results in a Ram interception. And change the tide like that.
You know, if you're the Troopers right now, you just got an amazing punt return and it puts you in decent field position. But they just throw an interception and all that goes away and the Rams get the ball where they previously were.
I mean, Harris, we stated he had his struggles against Canutillo. He had his struggles against Coronado, which resulted in backup Darian Diaz coming in for a short tad to suit the momentum. He did finish the game. But he did have his struggles. Against the Bulldogs, it looked like he got back on track, especially with how big that win was, scoring 59 points. But maybe the nerves are getting to him, Christian. What is up with Evan Harris?
You know, I can't say for sure. I'm not him right now. I don't know what's going through his head. I don't know what his coaches are telling him. However, this is a big game, and you really want to get the win in front of this crowd. Maybe he's just letting the pressure get to him. Who knows?
Here's the thing about the quarterback position. Obviously, to play that position, you have to be very brave, very noble, knowing that you're getting a hit, knowing that you have to make decisions that can change your whole life in a little less than 2 seconds, right? So, to play that position is obviously a very tough skill. Props to both Evan Harris and Darian Diaz for doing so. But when seeing those nerves, you have to wonder, is it a player issue or is it a coaching issue?
You know, who knows? It could even be both. But right now, he's been doing good so far. The Troopers have 14 points on the board. But with the interception that we just saw, you had good field position and you really wanted to get a score out of that, even if it was just a field goal.
The Rams dropping back as Galvan completes it to Claudio. Claudio makes a spin and harshly dragged out of bounds by Michael Cardella. Results in a moving in the sticks Ram first down. If the Troopers are marching in, the Rams are stomping in. First down and 10 for the Rams. Little over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Christian, how do you play this? Calm, cool, collected, or do you try to get points as fast as you can?
You know, I say calm and cool. You want to score. You have 4 minutes on the board. That's more than enough time to get a score. But you also don't want to let the Troopers have enough time to get a score also.
Hand it off to Claudio. Claudio is able to get to the 29-yard line past the 30. Makes it second and long. 2nd and 7. Nathan Gomez, we haven't seen much out of him. He started the homecoming game, and he started it with a bang. A big punt return. Obviously, he is a defensive back. He does play on the defensive side. But we haven't seen much out of Nathan Gomez. How can we start integrating him to the game plan a little bit?
You know, so far he's been doing really good at his position, and he's been able to get stops.
Short pass over the middle, complete to Diego Oaxaca. Taken down below the legs.
As I said, he's been doing good. He's been doing amazing so far at his position, and he's been able to get stops, so it's very important that he keeps doing that.
Isaac Alavidres able to take him down, injured player on the field for the Rams. Offensive lineman Sean Crosby is down.
You know, you always hate to see it, even if it's your opponent, especially if he's a senior. It's his last season. He wants to enjoy the season and do amazing. But this is just something that comes with the risk of playing football, and you just hate to see it.
Especially with offensive lineman, Christian. The footwork that it takes to play in that position is incredible and something that soccer athletes have. You have to be agile, you have to be quick, and especially at that size, you need to be strong. So it's something hard, especially being agile, quick, big, and strong all at once. So injuries are prone to happen, especially with how much they wear out their feet, as that injury common for offensive linemen.
You know, you're definitely right, Sebastian. Offensive line, I'm sure, has one of the most injuries in any position in football, and you just hate to see it.
One of the most vital positions in football, also one of the most dangerous. Have to appreciate every single person who volunteers for offensive linemen. Tough position to play. As he's taken down. Let's talk about the Rams for a bit, a little bit on the lighter note. The Rams have had good production and success on and off the field. On the field, the Rams are currently ranked top 10 in numerous Texas UIL stat categories. This includes Isaac Galvan is second in passing yards and 6th in total yards in Texas UIL, with Diego Oaxaca being ranked third in receiving yards. The Rams also hold these stat categories in all of Texas. Quarterback Isaac Galvan is 5th in passing yards in Texas. Has his quarterback play look like he's a top 5 position in Texas tonight?
You know, so far we haven't really seen a lot of deep balls been thrown. We've seen a lot of him scrambling, but so far that has been amazing by him. He's been able to escape pressure, escape tackles, and escape sacks, and he's been doing good overall for the Rams.
Now, what this highlights is that the Rams are a team capable of beating great teams, and they're in 6A for a reason, and that reason is because they have good players. They just haven't been able to finish off games, and they're looking to change that tide here at Eastwood. How do they do it?
You know, they just do it by keep competing, keep fighting, and staying in there till the end. As Sean Crosby gets back up, you love to see it. You hate to see the injury, but you love to see him walking up and get up on his own.
Able to get back on his 2 feet. Players get back on the field. Little over 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Third down and long for the Rams. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 28-yard line of Trooper territory. Michael Carreras put far as safety. Stacked defensive line. You've got 3 linebackers. You bring 1. Galvin with time. Throws to the end zone. That one is complete. Tugged out of bounds. Check the call. No, it looked complete, but it results in an incompletion. Caleb Alvarez was wide open. But Isaac Galvan just missed the play.
That might have been the easiest catch of his life, and he dropped it. And that is so crucial that you catch that ball, because you're down by 2 scores and you really want to get on the board. And unfortunately for them, he wasn't able to bring the ball in and get the touchdown. However, it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and try to get a score right here.
Running redemption, especially after a play like that while you're away. Isaac Galvan takes the snap, dropping back with some time. Now having to roll out. We've seen a lot of this. Here comes the pressure. Ball is smacked out of the hands and goes out of bounds. Results another turnover on downs and a Trooper first down. Turnovers on the Rams are mounting, Christian.
You know, the Troopers' defense, they're doing good. They're getting stops, only allowing 3 points, multiple turnovers, 2 turnovers on downs, and they've just been doing amazing.
They'll be spotted at the 28. Minhares takes it, hands it off. Up the gut, Janowski playing physical, able to get it down to the 34-yard line, makes it 2nd down and medium. Minhares takes it, sends it up the middle. Minhares makes a move. Minhares makes a spin. Minhares is past the 40, fighting to the 45 and enough for the first down, a move that chains. A lot of rushing by Evan Minhares, Christian.
You know, definitely has. He got the rushing touchdown earlier, and he's just been doing good on the rushing side. However, with the throwing side, he's thrown 1 interception. We'll see if that streak continues or if he could continue and get a passing touchdown.
Minhares stands alone in the pocket, looks like he was going to throw the screen, and instead takes it up the middle past the 50, diving his way down to the 49-yard line. 2nd down for the Troopers, set it 2nd and 4. A lot of quarterback keepers, a lot of screens, a lot of runs, not a lot of passing through the air. Minhares again alone in the pocket. See if this is a run up the middle. Yes, it is. Keep the trend going. Keep what's working. If it's not broke, there's no need to fix it. Down to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Under 2 minutes officially in the second quarter, first half. 14-3 is your score. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar.
You know, and right here, they're pushing the ball up. They're getting first downs. They still have 1 minute and 20 seconds left to get a touchdown. But with that, they also still have 2 timeouts that they could use to their benefit.
Mancia now audibly sides to the left of Minhares. Minhares takes it, hands it up the gut. Mancia making a move to the outside. Mancia past the 40, the 35, the 30, gets to the 25, and past the 25 he goes. Trooper forced down. Stopping the clock, he went outside. That puts it at 1 minute and 3 seconds to go. Evan Mancias to the right, 3 to the left. Minhares takes it, runs it up the middle. Finding a hole, now past the 20, the 15, trying to get to the 10, fighting to the 10. It looks like he was stuffed around the 11. No, gets to the 10-yard line exactly. That's where they spot him down.
And right now they're in good position to get a touchdown. We'll see if the Montwood Rams are able to stop them right here, if the Troopers can get a touchdown. As the clock is winding down with about 30 seconds left, where they need to hurry up and get a touchdown.
We're going to pass the 30-second mark. Minhares takes it up the middle, up the gut, trying to get to the 5. Mark him right at it. 2nd and goal with 5 to go. And a timeout taken. Injured player on the field. Timeout goes on the Troopers. Maybe good timing right there within your player on the field.
You know, and Coach Julio Lopez, he just wanted to hurry up and get the touchdown, where they had to take a timeout right there, but they've been doing good on this drive so far.
Christian, good thing you brought up Coach Julio Lopez, because there is a fun fact that I want to bring up about him. He is actually a Montwood alumni. And if in fact you want to see him in his Montwood jersey, there's a video made by the Troop Scoop about teachers and coaches showing their old teenage photos, and in there he shows up with his Montwood jersey. So how much does this game mean to him, knowing that he's an alumni from Montwood?
You know, I'm sure it's bittersweet for him. It's his previous school. He graduated there, and I'm sure he has a good connection with it. However, becoming the coach for the Eastwood Troopers, a very deep rivalry that goes back for years, you know, you really want to get the win.
Ref says let the clock roll. Troopers want to say let us get into the end zone. Mancia cut to the outside. Mancias in. Counted. Trooper touchdown.
You know, and that's what the Troopers needed right here. Capitalize with the touchdown going into halftime. Boost your team's morale and just keep that momentum going and going for them.
With less than 10 seconds to go. Perfect timing for the Eastwood Troopers. Jesus Garcia on to kick off the extra points. 23 we stand as of current. Ooh, close to blocking the extra point, but it's good. Troopers lead 21-3 with 9 seconds to go. All right, Christian. So with it being Eastwood middle school nights, we can expect a packed halftime show. Middle school bands, high school bands, definitely something that people watching this live stream don't want to miss.
You know, you're definitely right. And coming up right now in about 9 seconds, so when the game clock runs down, we'll see them come out. We'll see the band perform, the Trooperettes perform, and it'll just be an overall great experience, and you definitely don't want to miss it.
Okay, Christian, so we talked about the fact that the Montwood Rams obviously not having the best reputation when it comes to holding leads, but what about when trailing down? We saw with Franklin they came back in a miraculous fashion. Can they do the same with Eastwood? Or since this is less of a neutral setting and more of a tough setting, being Trooper Stadium, is the game basically wrapped up in a nice little present? You
know, maybe they can, maybe they can't. Franklin's a tough team. They're ranked top 3, I want to say. And they're just a very tough team. However, the Troopers, they've been showing good signs on their defense. I can't say the same thing about the Rams offense. They've only had 3 points scored on the board. They've had multiple chances to score, but unfortunately for them, they just couldn't get a score out of it.
Now, the Troopers are playing for absolutely everything. Top 4 in District 6A in El Paso go to the playoffs. If Eastwood wins today, they secure a top 4 ranking and go to the postseason. Eastwood is playing for everything, but Montwood is as well. They're playing for their entire season. A loss today would basically mean disqualification from the playoffs entirely, Christian.
You know, that definitely wouldn't be good for them. However, if the Troopers are able to capitalize on this win, then they'll just keep on and striving and doing amazing things. And right here, you wonder if the Rams are going to do a deep bomb and try to get a score or something, but we'll see it right now.
You have 8 seconds, 1 timeout to work with, maybe 1 pass to the inside of the field. Call it a timeout and fire it down, see if you can get it to the end zone if Isaac Galvan has the arm for that.
You know, maybe they can, maybe they can't. Right now, the Troopers, they have multiple men deep downfield to prevent that from happening, though.
We see tight end Jason Molden there. We see it a lot in the professionals. I remember once Rob Gronkowski was there for a Hail Mary formation and said, hand it off to middle to Claudio, don't risk big plays, big interceptions. That'll wind us down in the second quarter. End of the first half. Troopers lead big, 21-3. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar. Don't leave us yet. Halftime coming up and the second half coming up. More entertainment up next. Thanks for watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your halftime entertainment. At this time, please welcome the 7th and 8th grade band members from Eastwood Knowles, under the direction of J.T. Humphreys and Sal Melendez, and the 8th grade band members from Eastwood Middle School, under the direction of Ellen Kalunga, Sarah Candelaria, Art Avila, and Tasha Angeles. These, ladies and gentlemen, are your future troopers! Tonight they will be performing Star Wars! Thank you to the Eastwood Knowles principal, Robert Robledo, and Eastwood Middle School principal, Sarah Venegas, and all the faculty, staff, and administration from both schools for your undying support. Thank you to Eastwood High School principal, Bonita Torres, and faculty and staff for welcoming us onto your campus. And thank you to the Eastwood High School Trooper Band, students and directors for hosting us and treating us to an unforgettable evening. Trooper Pride! Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Then put your hands together and make some noise for the most electrifying, iconic band in the Sun City. El Paso's finest, the Eastwood High School Trooper Band and Visual Ensemble. The band is under the direction of John A. Matthews II, Art Avila Jr., and John K. Oman. Staff includes Albert Suarez, Stephanie Fanning, Ashley Fanning, Destiny Provencio, Edward Escobedo, Andy Vasquez, Brian Gonzalez, Sean Morales, Vivian Perez, Jimmy Punzo, Patrick Brown, Jonathan Brown, Hector Aguirre Jr., Christina Pavito, Alyssa Rodriguez, Alani Martinez, Derek Smith, Zarina Dominguez, and Alyssa Mendoza. The band is led onto the field by drum majors Eric Daniel, Michael Barlow, Edgardo Malave, and Lori Macias. The color guard captains are Grace Marquez, Diana Montes, and Victoria Vitella. The section of the week are the Tubos. The marcher of the week is Bella Juarez. And the guard members of the week are Victoria Gonzalez and Tabitha Olivas. The Trooper Band is proud to present their 2022 production, Sirens of the Sand, with flute soloist Alex Daniel, alto sax soloist Joan Monquero, and flugelhorn soloist Nick Olsen, with a sax quartet featuring Joan Monquero, Alex Webb, Gabe Murillo, and Edgardo Malave. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the The Trooper Band would like to wish the Montwood Band good luck this marching band season and that area next Saturday. And now, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating their 60th anniversary, the 2022-2023 Eastwood High School Trooperettes. Senior captain is Angelica Guillermo. Captains are Trinity Vangiano, Jaden Delgado, Lita Herrera, Allison McBain, and Lala Quiros. Officers are Angela Chavez, Maya Covey, Tabitha Olivas, and Soleil Quaney. Social officers are Faith Arenas, Lauren Granado, Brianna Herrera, Victoria McKinney, Alyssa Rodriguez, and Danielle Rodriguez. The Trooperettes are led onto the field by co-leader Denise Chavez and leader Alyssa McBain. The line of the week is Jaden's line. Trooperettes of the week are Natalie Chacon, Maylee Goldzis, Daphne Rosales Sainz, and Reese Torres. The Trooperettes are under the direction of Mrs. Ursula Casas. And now the Trooperettes will perform to Baby. At this time, the Trooperettes would like to welcome out onto the field the Eastwood Middle School Dance Team and our 2022 Trooperette Dance Camp participants. Together with the Trooperettes, they will perform two Last Nights. Give them one more time for our future Trooperettes! Ladies and gentlemen, the Eastwood High School Band Boosters would like to invite you to the south end of the stadium where the concession stand is open and ready to take your money. Come by and get some delicious refreshments and say hi to Sam and all of our hard-working concession stand boosters. Give it up for your Eastwood High School Band Boosters. And our Eastwood High School Band Boosters would like to give a special birthday shout-out to our lead chaperone, Miss Diana Paniawa. Happy birthday, Diana.
Angelina! 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 Come here. I try.
As players do, welcome back, the Monsters of McCray. disgrace.
Second half of football commences. We hope you had fun with the first. 21-3 is your score. We're glad to be back with you. Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. That kick short and almost bobbled, but Alex Sanchez able to get back on it. Welcome back to the Eastwood Athletics YouTube channel. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar. 21-3 is the score, and Christian, 21-3 was also the score that the Atlanta Falcons had while going into Super Bowl 51. They eventually led 28-3, and it led to the greatest collapse in Super Bowl history. How do the Troopers ensure that that doesn't happen? And while it is far-fetched, Christian, we can't get out any possible situation.
You know, it definitely shows that anything can happen no matter what. However, the Troopers, they need to keep fighting, keep the lead that they have right now, and just stop the Rams overall on offense.
Handing off to Chanowski. We've seen a lot from him from running back. Mancia has gotten a night off at the 50-yard line, enough to move the first chain. Let's see. Yes, it is. First play of the drive, first down in the second half, and a good start for the Eastwood Troopers.
And as you guys just saw right now, the Montwood Rams, they tried some trickery coming out the gate. They tried the onside kick, however, it proved unsuccessful, and the Troopers were able to recover it with these.
We've seen a lot of Jake Chanowski being in the running back. Christian has been working out.
You know, it's been working out really well for them. The running game has been on point, even with the passing game.
Fake it to Curtis Munio. Curtis Munio diving towards the 40. He got close, right at he got past it, 39-yard line. Curtis Munio, he is the reason why the Eastwood Troopers got an entire box of cupcake the week after their win versus Americas. Let's talk about that. Here in El Paso, ABC7 runs a program called the Sweet Play of the Week, where they honor the top play of the week made by any El Paso high school football team. This honor would be bestowed to the Troopers due to Murillo's return that sealed the game against Americas. The best part for many and its grand attraction is that its winners of Sweet Play of the Week receive an entire box of cupcakes for the team. And this was primarily due to Curtis Munillo. Curtis Munillo got an entire box of cupcakes for the Eastwood Troopers team. You gotta love him for that.
You know, they definitely do. You know, everybody, they're gathering around, they're enjoying cupcakes, they're bonding, and they're just enjoying the moment after a big win.
Curtis Munillo's big plays not only equals touchdowns, it equals sweet treats. And now, Christian, while yes, this is meant to be a fun tradition, does that help with camaraderie and building in the locker room? As hold that thought, Jake Janowski passed the first down and passed the 25. But does Curtis Munillo, things like Sweet Play of the Week, winning that, does that help with camaraderie in the locker room?
You know, it definitely does. It's the simplest things that could just add on. It shows people are willing to give that extra effort for their team and just fight all around and just bring the team closer together and become one as a family.
Another first down for the Eastwood Troopers. They've done it primarily through the ground. Screen passes, runs. Nate Gomez, not only defensive back but also wide receiver, we'll see him for the first time lined up at the left. Minhares takes it, hands it off. Max Mancia back on the field. He's known for making plays and slips a tackle and past the 20 to the 19-yard line, makes it second and manageable.
And hold that thought, Sebastian. There's a flag on the play.
Maybe going back. Already see the yard marker going back.
And Max Mancia is signaling to be taken out of the game. Could be because of that tackle, as we saw.
Face mask on the Rams. Okay, so While Max Muncy, as you stated, went to the sideline, could be because of that harsh tackle. It is a face mask on the Rams, so it'll move him up and it'll be first down. Yeah, here's something, Christian. Usually, every single time during halftime, the cheerleaders and the band just team up and start going crazy with the student section, giving momentum to their team, giving drive to their team, and we're seeing it right now.
You know, we definitely are, Sebastian. They're making sure they're heard right now throughout the entire city. They're being loud, energetic, and overall, the environment that we're in right now is just, it's amazing.
It just goes to show how hard it is to play here, as that ball taken in by Evan Minhares, dragged down rather harshly, and the flag flies. Jose Angel Rosales was there to take him down, and it looks like it was enough for a penalty on the play. We have to check it officially.
It'll be on the Rams.
All right, unsportsmanlike conduct could be unsportsmanlike conduct. Could it be because of that tackle on Jose Angel Rosales against Evan Minhares?
You know, definitely could be. We saw Evan Minhares' helmet fall off, and it's always a scary sight to see that. However, he looks fine, but due to the rules, he'll have to come out for one play when the helmet comes off. So Darian Diaz will come in to take the snap right now.
Darian Diaz, backup quarterback for the Eastwood Troopers, probably the best backup you can have. Darian Diaz hands it off to Janowski, and off goes Diaz, and in goes Evan Minhares. Now, speaking about Darian Diaz, I got the chance to talk to him and both junior varsity running back of the Montwood Rams, Luis Silva, on how historic this rivalry is. While Eastwood has their historic rivalries, as with Bel Air and Battle of the Helmet, the Battle of the Woods has been one filled with intensity, bitterness, and physicalness, as we've seen with many plays here tonight. Matt Nieto, director of creative video for the Sunbelt Conference, describes Battle of the Woods as one of the best rivalries in El Paso, as that one by Janowski stopped at the one. Matt Nieto, director of creative video for the Sunbelt Conference, describes Battle of the Woods as one of the best rivalries in El Paso. Colin Murillo compares the Eastwood-Montwood rivalry to Florida State University versus Miami. As Minhares takes it in, leaps to the end zone. Somebody say Eastwood touchdown! Honk the horn! 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns tonight for the Eastwood Troopers.
And a spectacular dive by quarterback Evan Minhares to jump over the line and get in for the Trooper touchdown, where they'll eventually be put up by 4 scores now.
All right, Christian, see if Jesus Garcia can get the extra points. Band going crazy, cheerleaders going crazy. Extra point almost blocked. That one is good. But there was a good effort made to block the extra point by Caleb Adavanes. But now, Christian, you look at the scoreboard, you can't love that score very much. 28-3. Football fans would know that comes with a curse.
You know, it definitely does. Super Bowl 51, the Atlanta Falcons up 28-3, where the eventually New England Patriots will take over and win the game. However, anything could happen right here. It's high school. You can't really expect what could happen.
The Rams have come back from these games before. They came back against one of the best in Franklin, 42-28, with little less than a quarter to go. So right now, 28-3, this comeback is definitely possible. But back to the rivalry, Christian. Now, Colin Murillo compared the Eastwood-Montwood rivalry to Florida State University versus Miami. The FSU versus Miami rivalry is one of the biggest in college, as the Seminoles and the Hurricanes face off every year in the Florida Cup. With these comparisons, how much does it add to this rivalry and intensity?
It just shows how much each of these teams want to win and bring home that win to their home, and to their stadium, and to their fans, and to everybody part of that school.
Big rivalry game. Troopers up 4. Montwood Rams, their only points came from a field goal in the third quarter, have been shut out since. Sends it away is Garcia. And it's going to reach the end zone. Powerful kick by Garcia. Making a touchback. Rams start at the 25-yard line.
The Rams really need to get something going for them right here. I cannot stress enough how much momentum is a factor in this game. You're down by a lot. However, there's still a lot of game left to be played. And if you're the Rams, you really want to stay in this game and compete to the very end.
Now, earlier on in the week, I got the chance to talk with junior Darian Diaz, second-string quarterback, and sophomore Luis Silva, junior varsity running back for the Rams. When asking the two players on preparations for the game, hold on a second, that one deep and intercepted! Curtis Murillo has got it past the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. Murillo is gone! Somebody say Eastwood touchdown and possibly more cupcakes.
You know, you're definitely right, Sebastian. Amazing job, awesome job by Curtis Murillo. He was able to read the coverage and able to get the interception, and that was already amazing. However, he was able to continue and go with the pick six and put the Eastwood Troopers up by even more.
Curtis Murillo, somebody call Albertsons because that man is about to deplete their whole stock, as they're the ones that sponsor Sweet Play of the Week, by the way. Curtis Murillo, insane, Christian. Wide receiver touchdowns from the offense isn't enough. He needs pick sixes. They're going to go for two. Evan Minhad is lined up. Michael Carrera as well. He's to the right. Nick Gomez to the left. Curtis Murillo on the sideline.
And a little trickery as Orion Cotto takes a snap, and he's still up.
Orion Cotto breaks a tackle.
And he's in.
He is in. That is a trooper-duper two-point conversion from 34 to 3 to 36 to 3. Count it up. Troopers dominating.
And everybody is happy about that play that just happened right now. Spectacular job by Orion Cotto to stay up with the pressure, with all the defenders on him, and just striving for the two-point conversion.
3 words, Christian. Oh my word. That is incredible. Pick six, then followed up by Orion Cotto's two-point conversion, who is a defensive lineman and an offensive lineman at 6 foot. Insane, Christian. You gotta love it.
It definitely is insane. However, after the play, there was a flag thrown, I believe, on sportsmanlike conduct, and I believe it will be put on the return.
Possibly so, penalty thrown. Now back to the interviews. When asking the two players, both Luis Silva, junior varsity running back for the Rams, and Darian Diaz, second-string quarterback for the Eastwood Troopers varsity team, when asking them on preparation for the games, if there's any difference in preparation and intensity during the practices, their responses are definitely worth thinking about, as the junior varsity team took on Eastwood yesterday at Montwood. Silva stated, definitely, Eastwood has a really good football program, so we know it's a game we have to put a lot of work in. Diaz told me that we know we have to prepare every week like it's a rival school. When asking on how intense the rivalry is on the field, Diaz stated, of course for games like Montwood, we have a little more fire under us. Battle of the Woods is a rivalry that means a lot to this team. We also hit on the status of the 6A. As he stated, the 6A as a whole is super tight, and we have to play our game with so much on the line for the district title and the Battle of the Woods. Is there more fire burning under the players with just how tight the race to the top is?
You know, it definitely is. There's a lot of teams competing for that top spot right now. Pebble Hills, Franklin, Eastlake, Eastwood. They're all trying to get that number one spot, and we'll see who will come out with the number one spot at the end of the season.
When it comes to some past history, Eastwood has won 4 of the past 5 matchups with the Rams. They have won the past 2 in back-to-back years. Seeing if they could make it 3 in a row. Rams want to stop that, but they're down big, 36-3. But no hope is lost yet. Jesus Garcia up to kick it away, sends it away. This one not going to reach the end zone. It's going to be taken in right around the 20. Returning it past the 40. Trying to get to the 45, and a solid return made by Victor Arellano. Ooh, seeing a little bit of that intensity there on the field. Flags fly. More unsportsmanlike conduct, Christian.
You know, it definitely is. People are bickering at each other. They're trying to get into each other's heads. However, it's not working in Montwood's favor as they're still down by 33 right now.
As we said, Christian, it's a rivalry.
You know, it definitely is. People are getting heated. They're using words maybe that they shouldn't use. But however, it's just part of the game. You're in the heat of the moment, and you just really want to come out victorious.
The least thing you would want to do in these situations, especially during a rivalry, is call grandma. 36-3, 8 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar. We're glad to be with you, and we're glad if we're entertaining you at all during this night. It's the third quarter. Montwood Rams will get the first down. Start of their drive, down a big 33 points. Christian, how do they change the tide?
They change it by just doing easy, simple plays, get the offense going, get their rhythm and momentum going, and hopefully it'll help them out. However, this Eastwood defense, they've been unstoppable, and they've just been doing an all-out spectacular job.
All right, the 15-yard penalty on the Rams. It looks like they started the instigation. Troopers will not be penalized. It'll set them back to the 29-yard line. First down and 10, set them at 15 yards. Galvin takes it, hands it off to the inside.
And a gain of about 1 yard.
1 yard by Isaiah Claudio. Now, let's talk about Isaiah Claudio for a second, because he has some accolades that are worth talking about. Now, we touched on the Rams as stat leaders, which now leads us to junior running back Isaiah Claudio, who prides himself on not only his performance, but his grades as well, as that one taken by Claudio gained solid yardage down to the 35-yard line. Now, Claudio's Twitter bio proudly presents his GPA of 3.8. He's the Rams leader in rush yards per game, averaging 78 on the ground. And the hard work on and off the field has paid off big, Christian, as he's been accepted into Dartmouth Big Green Football, an Ivy League school. They've recruited Claudio. What does this achievement say about the Montwood football program? That pass over the middle is complete. Slips a tackle, going down the 50, down the 45, and close to the 40 is Brandon Salcedo. Take it down the middle, made something out of nothing. First down, Rams.
You know, as you said earlier, Sebastian, it shows that many people have many traits, and you just never know what they could do with that. And it shows as he got the recruitment, and he's just been doing an amazing job overall as a student athlete.
Pass to the outside, back to Salcedo. That went outside, gains solid yardage to make it second down and manageable.
And right now, Sebastian, the Rams are doing a good job of pushing the ball up the field, trying to get into good position and get a score off the board right now.
Here we go, up the middle, running with Claudio. Down the 30, still pushing bodies now. Push to the outside, way more for the first down, and more altercation in the outside around there, Christian. Counted first down, a move that changed Claudio showing his stuff. A little over 6 minutes remaining. Second down and 7 moves to a first down and 10.
You know, despite the score that the Troopers have right now, the Rams are still fighting. They're still pushing, trying to get a score and try to stay in this game.
At the 29-yard line, Galvin takes the snap, looks, throws it. That one short and complete, but taken down rather quickly. No room to run. It'll be a Ram second down. That one completes to Caleb Alvarez. Tackle made by Nate Gomez, officially under the 6-minute marker. Galvin takes it. Galvin with time. Here comes the pressure, and Galvin has to get rid of it over the middle of that pass, but Lagarda brought the heat. We've seen a lot of pressures from Lagarda. Has truly played a big factor in this defense.
And make it 3rd and 12, Sebastian, where the Rams desperately need to convert this to stay in the game and to just do better.
3rd and 12 ball at the 26-yard line. 36-3 is the score. This game has been going by rather quickly, Christian. The first quarter went by a fly. Second quarter, penalties here and there, but overall went by pretty quickly. Third quarter, blink of an eye again, and we're down to 5 minutes.
You know, definitely as Sebastian, there's been a lot of running plays, not a lot of incomplete passes, and it just made the game go by very fast.
Galvin to the outside, finds his man Salcedo. He's been making noise, and he gets inside the 5 for a Ram first down. Salcedo has played a big factor in the second half, Christian, can't we say?
Yes, he definitely has. He's been pushing the ball up. And we saw on the earlier third down conversion, quarterback found him open, and he was able to get the first down and do good for his team.
Isaac Galvan desperately trying to get a touchdown. Jeremiah Stabe is to the right. 2 to the left, handed off to middle. Can Claudio get his first touchdown? Moving toward the outside, received with a hard hit, but he is in. Counted Montwood touchdown, and a first touchdown of the game. The first touchdown for Dartmouth recruit Isaiah Claudio. Touchdown Rams.
You know, this late in the game, you definitely don't want that to be a first touchdown. However, this could be the start of something great for the Rams, seeing if they could push up the ball and stop the Troopers on offense.
Could even say it could be the start of something new. Now for the extra points is Diego F. Ceballos. Galvin takes it down. Blocked! See if the Troopers can recover it. Yes, they can. Can they take it back to the end zone? No, they can't. That one not yet to be stopped. Still finding his way and extending it for as much as he can is Andres Solis, linebacker. Blocks the block defense as defense. Eastwood Troopers been showing their stuff containing this high-scoring Rams offense tonight.
They definitely have, and if you're the Rams, you just hate to see that. It just demoralizes your whole team. Just when you thought things were going your way, you get your extra point blocked, and it's not good for your team at all.
Disappointing end to the touchdown. Tough situation to say when you say disappointing into the touchdown, but that was. Troopers not giving up. Up 36-9. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. Thanks for sticking with us.
And right here, you wonder, you saw Montwood come out of the half doing an onside kick. You wonder if they'll do it again, try to get something going, and just try to be better right now.
The Montwood Rams are down big, and they don't have much time. They have 5 minutes here, 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. Is it possible to come back, if any?
You know, it definitely is possible. Stranger things have happened, but we'll just see if they're able to come back right now.
Interesting kick return option for the Troopers. Max Mancia, the junior, 5'8", stands to receive it or let it bounce into the back of the end zone. The Troopers will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Rams defense. How vital is a stop?
It's very vital right now. You really need to get a stop, stay in the game, stop the Troopers from scoring. They just need to get something going for the Rams because everything that seems to be going good just happens to get shot down and just they cannot get anything good out of it.
For the Troopers, what's the strategy here? You air it out, you play around with them, how to see what he can do, or do you stay safe? You throw screens, you do runs.
You know, because of the lead that they have right now, you definitely are able to make those deep plays and just try to play around a bit, get something going, and just try to stop the Rams from doing something. However, it could lead to very bad things, but with the score that they have right now, I don't think it will come out to that.
Max Mancia's last attempt, diving towards the 31, is successful. Makes it 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Less than 5 minutes to go officially in the third quarter. A little bit of communication going on between Min Harris and head coach Julio Lopez. Looking to beat his old alumni. Min Harris takes it, rather inaccurate. Now hands it off, Mancia cuts to the outside. Mancia tried to get to the 35, but tugged it down. Make it 3rd and short. Christian, 3rd and short, pass or run?
You know, definitely run. I feel like quarterback Evan Min Harris is going to take the snap and just run it up the gut and just try to get the first down for them.
You see 2 to the right, you see 1 to the left. Curtis Murillo and Nate Gomez are on the same side, Christian. That's got to be really interesting.
You know,
2 to the left, 1 to the right.
You know, it definitely is.
Well, say none of the formations. Min Harris slipped the tackle. Min Harris the 50, the 45, the 40, and goodbye to the 1. So close yet so far, but turned on the wheels and turned into a 99 overall Lamar Jackson in Madden 21.
You know, and just as I said, he did keep the ball. He got the first down, but even better, he got it down all the way to the Rams' first 1 yard line.
He said goodbye and hello at the 1. 1 yard to go for the Eastwood Troopers to score a 40-burger. See if they can get it done. 36-9 is a score with less than 4 minutes to go. A lot of running. Jake Chanowski now enters the game. Hand off to Chanowski. Up the gut. He is in. No question. Somebody say Eastwood touchdown.
And with that, the Troopers are just dominating this game right now. It started slow in the first quarter, however, as you can see on the scoreboard now, the Troopers are with a big lead.
Christian, we said this game would be low scoring. 14-3 into the first quarter. Now it's 42-9. I think it's safe to say that we were wrong.
I don't know, Sebastian. I think it's still kind of low scoring.
On one side. It's not until they score 50 that we start calling it.
Exactly, yeah.
Versus Las Cruces, the last time we were here, they put up over 60. With El Dorado, they put up over 50. So right now, as we see it, 40 is not enough.
You know, it's definitely not. And with another touchdown and an extra point, they might be able to get to 50. We'll see if they can do that. There's still a lot of game left. But the Rams, they still want to stay in this game, and they just want to try to battle it out, at least closing the gap, so that way they make it seem like they were there the whole time.
Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. 43-9 is the score. Troopers, interesting combination. They're rocking with the navy blue on the top and the gold at the bottom. You gotta like it.
You know, it definitely does. You definitely do have to like it. It looks very clean, very stylish. And so far, it's working out for them as they're doing amazing.
Gold rush, more like gold luck. But they haven't been struggling to find the end zone at all. Now, let's talk about the Rams for a bit. Their coaching recognition. As we discussed, the win against Franklin was something magical. So much so that it earned Coach Famaligi Class 6A Coach of the Week and Dave's Campbell's Texas Football. Christian, what does that honor and recognition have to say about the coaching staff as a whole of Montwood?
It just motivates your whole team to just do better. You see your coach, he got Coach of the Week, he's doing a good job on his part, and that just motivates the team overall to just try and be better and do good throughout the season.
And that means even more, especially in a class like 6A, which is the hardest class in Texas.
You know, it definitely is. A lot of people competing, a lot of people fighting for that #1 spot. And right now the Rams are still trying to compete. However, it's proven unsuccessful. They're down big time.
The Rams have scored, and they've scored a lot, putting up 49 points, 43 points, consistently putting up over 30 and the 40 points. And today, they've been held to 9. What does that say about this Eastwood defense going forward?
It shows that they're tough, and even with the greatest offenses, they could stop them no matter what. They haven't even broken double digits, Sebastian. That just goes to show how amazing this Trooper defense is.
They've held Isaac Galvan, who is a stat leader in Texas UIL and Texas as a whole, to minimal yardage. That pass a screen to Caleb Alvarez. That seems that has been all they've been doing, but hey, go down. Aiden Huante is there to take him down. Lots of yards and go back is what they're saying on the field.
You know, and I'm sure he feels amazing right now, getting the big tackle for loss, and I'm sure it's just boosting the team overall in general.
Clock winding down, officially under 3 minutes. 43-9 is the score. Galvan drops back, looks to the outside, finds open man. That's Caleb Alvarez. Makes it third and manageable now.
You know, and we've seen the Trooper defense give up a lot of third down conversions. However, on the scoreboard, it shows that they're doing amazing defensively wise. But we'll see if they can stop him on third down right here.
Ball at the 25-yard line. Clock stops at 2 minutes and 54 seconds. 3rd and 5. 3rd and medium. Running back to the right of Galvan. Claudio in motion. Galvan looks, throws down the middle, finds his man. That's Saucedo, who's been really getting introduced into the game plan towards the second half of the game. We didn't see much out of him in the first, but in the second half, we saw big things out of him, including an almost touchdown.
You know, we definitely have. But, however, he's been doing a good job on him. And they've been going to him a lot on the third downs as there's multiple flags thrown. But he's been doing good overall. But, however, they're coming up short on a lot of these plays offensively wise.
Movement at the line, counting on the Rams. False start. Moving back 5 at the 31-yard line instead of the 36. 1st down and 15. Clock winding toward the end of the third. Galvan takes it. Galvan hands it off. Claudio has it. Claudio trying to find space, trying to find blocks, and while harshly taking down a physical tackle made by Noah Padilla, that gave momentum to it. Pushed him forward. Got more yards than what he would have gotten if he was pushed back.
You know, definitely right, Sebastian. Got him about 5 yards and just gets closer to the first down marker.
Galvan with Claudio to the right. Takes it, high snap, looks, throws towards the outside, and that one it's complete. Jeremiah Stabe comes down with a ridiculous, unreal catch.
Spectacular job to get separation off of the defender, and he was able to get open, catch the ball, and just keep this drive alive for the Rams.
After the play, Isaiah Claudio was holding his wrist. I'm not sure if there's anything wrong there, down 43-9. Do you want to keep him in the game, or would you rather set him and hope for the future? Because he is a junior after all, not a senior.
You know, you just want to play it safe, make sure.
Galvan's pass deep downfield to Salcedo is incomplete, but interference, Aiden Juanzi on the coverage there.
You know, as I said, you just want to play it safe, make sure none of these kids get injured. They're young, and you just want to make sure nothing happens to them that could affect their future.
We'll check the flag officially, but most likely it will be pass interference. It is pass interference. Move him up inside the red zone. 43-9 the score, less than 2 minutes remaining. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. Inside the red zone, Rams looking to make noise. Can the Rams come stomping in? Let's see. Hand off to Claudio. Claudio getting blocks. Claudio trying to push to the 10. Claudio stopped at the 11. Solid gain on first down. Hear the drum line. They never stop, Christian. It's like they never took a break. Drumming from the beginning to the end, and that's synonymous with Eastwood. As Galvan floats it into the end zone. See it incomplete.
And almost intercepted Sebastian. However, defender was unable to stay in bounds and to hold on to the ball.
That was great coverage by defensive back Cam Mason, who, by the way, is in KEHS Film and Broadcast and a leading anchor of the daily announcements, which you can check out on the KEHS Film and Broadcast YouTube channel. Can't go one game without shouting them out. 3rd and 6. Ball on the 11. Galvan dropping. Oh, he has time. Now throwing an incomplete flag.
And multiple
once
flags.
Again. Pass intended for Jeremiah Stabe.
No, so far the Troopers, they've been able to stop them. However, they keep on getting penalties that result in the Rams moving up the ball.
Chris, especially in the later quarters, we've been seeing a big problem with penalties so far in this game. And right now, it's most likely looking like it's going to result in a Ram first down. And yes, you're up big, but you can't have this comfortability to the point that you're just defensive holding, defensive interfering, and flags, because that can build undiscipline.
You know, you're definitely right. As a coach, you got to teach kids, hey, play till the end no matter what. You don't care what the score is. Play till the end. Don't become lazy and just toughen it out.
Penalty officially on the Rams. It'll move them down to the 7-yard line. Count it first down and goal. Less than a minute remaining. Galvan takes it, hands it off. Claudio, who was holding his wrist, takes the snap. And they'll go for no gain. Stay at the 7-yard line. Second down. No, never mind. Lost 1. Moving back to the 8. Taken down by Robert Lagarda, making noise. Definitely a defensive MVP for the Troopers here tonight.
You know, you're definitely right, Sebastian. He's been doing an amazing job overall. And heck, he's even in the band. He's doing amazing there too.
No rest. Now this one fires down to the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Montwood Ram touchdown. They're not out of it yet. At least not completely. Caught by Diego Oaxaca, make it 43-15. pretty good pass in the corner of the end zone, able to thread the needle, find his man for the score.
You know, it definitely was. Good job on him to get the separation, get off his defender, and good job by quarterback Isaac Galvan to find the open man and to get the touchdown for this drive.
Middle schoolers having fun near the stands. Now this one floated and caught by Salcedo. Brendan Salcedo has come up big, mark at 43-17.
And the Rams are really trying to stay in this game and to just keep playing and toughen it out throughout the rest of this last minutes.
It's not over till it's over, but right now the Troopers will receive the ball. Less than 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rams will kick off. Overall, good solid drive by the Rams.
You know, it definitely was. It was very time consuming though. They lost a lot of minutes. However, there was a lot of flags that went in their favor. So it works out for them, but you just wish that you could have those minutes back.
Max Mancia is on to return the kick. See if they opt to go for a short kick, squib kick maybe, with 14 seconds to go down big.
You know, maybe, maybe not. They want to try to get something going. They got the touchdown, 2-point conversion, momentum somewhat going in their favor. However, with this lead, they just still need a miracle to come back.
Kicking formation. Ready to send it off. That one short, received by Alex Sanchez, the sophomore. Second down, spotted at the 40-yard line. It'll be where the Troopers start. Good starting position.
You know, it definitely is. The Rams need to get a stop. The best thing that could happen for them right now is a pick six or fumble. They just need to get something going and to stop this Trooper offense that's just been dominant throughout this whole game.
Spotted at the 40, Evan Minhades remains at quarterback. Nate Gomez, Curtis Murillo on the same side. That is the side of the left. Michael Carrera to the right, 2-1. Jake Chanowski in the game. So is Jason Molden. Firepower on the line. Handed off Evan Macias, and his run is going to go for a loss. Met at the line. They were ready for him. Second down and long. Loses only one, though. 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line. Marks the end of the third quarter. Count it, Troopers brought the onslaught of touchdowns. They lead 43-17. You're watching the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. It's been an honor to be with you. Christian, thoughts on the third?
You know, so far the Troopers came out. They got the big touchdown, and then they got the big pick six with safety / wide receiver Curtis Murillo. And from that point on, they've just been doing a spectacular job to stay in the game and just keep the lead and just do amazing overall.
Overall, Troopers did a good job at holding their lead, leading 43-17. How will they approach this fourth quarter and last, being up so big?
You know, being up so big, you just got to play it safe. Don't give up dumb turnover, or don't give up dumb flags. Just play it safe, play hard though, and just don't get sloppy and lazy.
The Rams have been also notorious for their comebacks. Maybe we see one here. Not over till it's over. 12 minutes remaining. Both teams have full 3 timeouts. Can't mark him off yet. Troopers have the ball. 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line. Minhades with Chanowski to the right. Minhades takes the snap himself. He's going to take it down to the 50. The 45 is where they mark him down. Counted, gain of 6 yards. Marks it 3rd and 5.
And Darren Diaz will come out now for one snap as quarterback Evan Minhades, his helmet comes off.
Darian Diaz. The love for football that Darian Diaz has is unmatched. He lives, breathes, and dreams about football. Frankly, one of his best things to do. And off the field, on and off the field, he gives it its all. In class and off the class. Diaz will take it. 3rd down and 5. Hand it off to Janowski. Janowski past the 45, past the 50. Janowski enough to move the chains for the first down. Out comes Diaz. In comes Minhades. Minhada's great year on paper and on the field has been proving why he deserves to be a starter at the junior level, especially with the stats they've been putting on. Top 25 categories in both Texas UIL and Texas as a whole. Absolutely insane, especially from a junior, Christian.
You know, you're definitely right. With the junior, you're still improving, and with going into your senior year, you could just do so much better, produce so much more better effort, and just do better overall. And we're excited to see him next year for sure.
3 to the right, Chanowski to the right, 1 to the left. Here we go. Minhades takes a snap, hand it off, fake it down, up the gut to Chanowski. Chanowski gains minimal yardage. Count him down at the 44-yard line, 2nd down.
And with this last quarter, I'm sure the Troopers are just going to run the ball, try to get the clock down, and just defeat all chances of the Rams getting the ball and coming back in this game.
2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line. Minhades in the offense. You have Carrera, you have Molden, you have Gomez. All in one side. Murillo sets up for the screen. And they're going to pitch it back, but Murillo loses the ball, counted incomplete. Maybe a backward pass, but it fell to the ground, and Murillo able to get back on it. Christian, thoughts on that being blown dead?
You know, I actually thought it was a lateral. I couldn't really tell from up here. It's a different angle from down there. Maybe the line judge saw something different. However, if that was a lateral, he could have just kept on going for the touchdown, as if you do lose a lateral, it is considered a fumble.
Bloated dead. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 46-yard line. Minhades takes it, looks, throws it short. Carrera is there. Down the 40, down the 35, to the 30, and finally dragged down, and I see yellow. Julius Ontiveros was there to take him down. See what the flag is on. It was thrown after the play, near where Carrera was down. Christian, full house tonight for Battle of the Woods. How impressive is that?
You know, it's definitely impressive. However, it's nothing short from amazing. We've seen this multiple times. The Las Cruces game, the El Dorado game, which was homecoming. Just, it's an overall great environment to be in, especially if you're the home team. Can't say the same thing for the away teams, though.
Looks like the flag was on the East, but Troopers, they're moving them back. So, possible 1st down. Now make it 3rd down and long. Spot him at the 45-yard line, 44-yard line, 45. 3rd and 7, Minhades in his offense. Chanowski, audibles, down to the side, 3-2. Minhades with time, he finds a hole, he is going to use it down the 40, diving. If you say he doesn't want to prove himself, then you've got to be wrong, because that was dangerous, that was physical, but that shows toughness and grit, and Minhades showing his strut, showing his stuff.
You know, with that truck move by Evan Minhades, it just shows how much he wants to win this game, and he's just proving to himself that he's an amazing quarterback.
Battle of the Woods. Comparisons to some of the best college rivalries, and they don't fall short. Julio Lopez having communication with this quarterback and running back. 1st down and 10, ball on the 37. Play clock winding down. Hand off to Janowski. Minhades fakes it. Janowski is to the 35. Minimal game officially under 9 minutes to play. Eastwood still with the ball. Probably their longest drive yet in the game, as they've been going quick, rapid, and touchdown scored.
You know, they're definitely right. They're just trying to get the clock down, just running the ball a lot. Not a lot of passing unless they need to, which is good for them, and it just defeats any chance of the Rams coming back and getting the ball.
Maybe some last-minute changes being made with Julio Lopez. Murillo Carrera to the right. Molden and Macias to the left. We haven't seen much from Molden lately.
We definitely haven't. However, we know he's capable of doing amazing things.
Minhades loads up to the outside, and that is intercepted. Able to come down with it is Andrew Rodriguez, and puts the ball back in the possession of the Montwood Rams.
You know, if you're Evan Minhades or his coaches, you hate to see that he throws an interception. However, with this lead, it's not going to be that much of an important factor.
We know what the score is now, Christian, but both teams have been having their struggles with turnovers, can't we say?
They definitely have. Montwood gave up 2 turnovers earlier, and the Troopers were able to capitalize with scores off of those. However, the Rams haven't been having much success offensive-wise.
Now, if we take a look at the future of especially the Eastwood Troopers, 9 weeks into the season, the race to be at the top of District 6A is as tight as ever. Currently, the top 2 standings are taken up by Pebble Hills and Eastlake, who will play next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, for that number 1 spot, as the moves being showed by backup junior Michael Southern. Moves that chains first down Rams. But currently, the race is top. Current top 4, Eastlake, Pebble Hills, Franklin, and Eastwood. Eastwood can still get number 1, but that road is going to be tough. Obviously, they need some things to go in their favor. And for our last game of the season, it's going to be Eastlake at Eastwood. That is going to be big, Christian.
You know, it definitely is. However, next week, Eastwood is going on the road to play Franklin, which is ranked 1 spot above them, which they desperately need to win that game, as Troopers are signaling that they have the ball, and they do! The Troopers get the ball!
Taken down by who else but Robert Laguardia, and forced up by who else but D'Angelo Amaya gets his hands on it. Count it, Trooper, first down, back-to-back turnovers. Defense coming up big.
And I was saying, the Eastwood Troopers are going on the road to face the Franklin Cougars, where those last 2 games that the Troopers play, it's very crucial that they win them. They're playing 2 of the top 3 teams in the district right now, which they just desperately need to win.
It's big, Christian. Thursday night football next week. Eastlake versus Pebble Hills, possibly one of the biggest games in high school football here in El Paso. And Eastlake versus Eastwood, even bigger. But currently, Eastwood has to focus on winning this game, clinching postseason, and then moving on to the Cougars because they're going to have to go into a tough environment there. I mean, Hadis takes the snap, hands it off. Janowski trying to find a hole up the guts. Finds none, but able to push some bodies. Minimal gain, counted second down. But that game against Franklin, just how vital is it?
You know, it's very vital, Sebastian. And with winning that game, if they are able to do that, it'll go into the next week, the momentum, the energy, just everything overall. It'll just go into next week, and hopefully it'll help them play better.
Injured Trooper on the play. Looks like one of the offensive linemen went down. Can't really catch the number from here.
You know, especially this late in the game with the score that you have, you just hate to see injuries. You hate them to see them regardless, but when you're up this big and this late in the game, it's just even worse.
And your Trooper, let's look at the future for the Montwood Rams. For the Rams, this game is a must-win because a loss would basically mean the end of the postseason. They would fall to 2-4 in district, and the Troopers would improve to 5-1, ultimately making them lose their chance to catch up. They match up against El Dorado, who's currently 3-4 next week at the SAC, and face Coronado, who's 1-6, bottom of the district, to finish off of this season. So while this game is vital currently as the way it's going, with a little over 7 minutes, it's basically the end of the Rams season for postseason hopes.
It definitely is, but with those 2 games that they have following this one, I believe that they could win those games easily. They haven't been doing good this game. However, with previous games that the Rams have played, they've been doing good staying in the game, and I believe that will just help the team overall. Just people will bond better over that.
You gotta love it. Justice Urbina able to get back on his own 2 feet. Play will resume. Chanowski stays in the game. We've been seeing a lot from him, not from middle linebacker, but from running back. They've usually been using him for a middle linebacker position, but now he's been back to the running back. He plays both.
Patrick Chavez will come in at center to fill in the spot of the injured lineman.
Hadis with Chanowski to the right. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Takes it, hands off, up the gut. Chanowski has it. Chanowski is at the 10. See if it moves to change. Yes, it does. Roll him down. First and goal for the Troopers. There hasn't been a really big emphasis on the passing game, Christian, and we've seen this A lot of times. Now with Las Cruces, it was a little bit different. Evan Minhades was airing it out like there was no tomorrow. But for El Dorado, it took some time to establish the passing game, and it hasn't been looked like they've been able to establish, and neither on both sides, Christian. On both sides, the passing game has been obsolete. It has been non-existent.
You know, you're definitely right, Sebastian. We haven't seen a lot of deep balls thrown. However, the Troopers still have this very big lead, and they've been able to capitalize off the things that have been going in their favor.
Handed off the gut down to the 7-yard line. Gain of 3, second and goal. Handing, trying to the last second now, officially under 6 minutes. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar, you're watching the Eastwood Athletics YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe while you're at it. Hit the like button too. At the 7, Minhades with Janowski. Minhades is going to take it himself. We've seen a lot of this. Minhades pushing bodies. Gains good yardage, gains 2, down to the 5. Now, Evan Minhades, he has the structure to push and keep running. Coming in at 6 foot, 205 pounds. He's a big man.
You know, he definitely is, as he was exchanging some words with one of the linebackers for the Rams. You know, it just goes to show how fiery this rivalry is and how bad both teams want to win.
Darian Diaz comes up. He's not too bad himself. Coming in at 5'7", 195 pounds. You notice a trend with these Eastwood quarterbacks, Christian. Third down and goal. Diaz in a pivotal situation. Game has already been put on ice, but why not score for 50?
You know, definitely right, Sebastian, as there will be a flag.
Flag on the play. Timeout taken by the Eastwood Troopers. Flag has yet to be undisclosed at the moment. Christian, we're nearing the end of the game. We're nearing the end of the fourth quarter. Currently, as of late, we saw a touchdown by the Rams, nothing from the Eastwood Troopers. But do you like the way that they've been handling the quarter, being up so big?
You know, I definitely do like it. You're just running the ball. You had that one interception by Evan Minhades. However, you're able to do that. If you have a mistake out of it, you're able to recover easily. And they were easily able to recover with the turnover that they got with the fumble with defensive tackle D'Angelo Amaya. And they were just able to get the ball back and be exactly where they were.
Montwood going back onto the field in the same starter position. So right now, as of late, it looks like no penalty will be implied on the play. Ball stays at the 5. Third and goal with 5 to go. Troopers still in the huddle. Mark end of timeout. Troopers break the huddle. Chase Molden has been awfully quiet, Christian. They haven't really been implementing him tonight.
You know, they really haven't. However, we know he's capable of making big plays when he's needed. He's a big dude coming in at 6'5", I believe. He's very tall, hard to cover, and he just does a good job all around for this team.
Blue and gold game, played as quarterback for a bit. Big and physical, that's what the Troopers are looking for. Me had his alone in the pocket. Looks, throws, Carrera, goal, check it. Down at the 1.
You know, and I could have thought for a second that he got in reaching the ball for the end zone. However, I was wrong, and he was marked at the 1 yard line.
Made the last second stretch. Reminded me of Kirk Cousins in the 2015 wild card game where the Washington football team faced the Green Bay Packers. It'll be 4th and goal with 1 yard to go. Troopers, no question about it. You're staying out there. Or maybe you're not. Discussing, see what Coach Lopez wants to do. How sweet is this victory going to be for him, being a former Montwood alumni?
You know, it definitely has to feel good for him. He's going and defeating his own team that he once played football for, and it just has to be a good feeling all around.
Timeout taking Eastwood Troopers. Mark at their second one. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Sebastian Perez Navarro alongside Christian Salazar. Thanks for sticking with us on the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. We hope you've enjoyed what you've been hearing and seeing. It's been a fun game all around, Christian. Troopers absolutely dominating and doing what they do best.
You know, they definitely have. They start out slow in the first quarter, only being up 7-3, but throughout the rest of the game, they've been proving to themselves and to everybody else how amazing they are.
Basically, with them clinching postseason tonight, how good will they be going into December and possibly even further?
You know, hopefully they'll be able to continue the streak and just keep doing good and do an awesome job in the postseason. However, you really wonder how it's going to turn out for them.
The expectation has been set by many, and it's a tough one. Sweet 16. The expectation by coaches and players is to go even farther.
And the trickery, quarterback Evan Minjares is lined up as a wide receiver as Caldera will take the snap as quarterback.
Janowski remains at running back. Cardera takes the snap. Will we see some Derrick Henry flashes? Well, yellow flies first, and he's going to be taken down for a loss on 4th down. Could be a turnover on downs. Check the call.
And another late flag, multiple late flags after the play is over.
Christian, these late flags are just all signs that these two teams really do have a dislike for each other.
They really do. They keep bickering at each other. They're getting in each other's heads. However, the Troopers have come out successful so far.
Check the flag, which team it is. I see 1, 2, 3. How many officials? 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got to check with themselves to see how many penalties will be called or if they were all in agreement and synonymous of just one. Trooper Band giving it all they got in these last 5 minutes. 43-17. But oh boy, Christian, looking ahead, we've discussed the Franklin game, but what about the Eastlake game? How big is that going to be, knowing how good Eastlake is and their ranking in Division 6A being at number 1 before entering this week?
You know, that's definitely going to be a tough game for them. Playing the number 1 team in the district, it's going to be a tough, challenging game that they're going to have to fight through to the very end. They lost to Pebble Hills earlier in the season, but we'll see if something can change in that Eastlake game.
Now, one key difference is that the Pebble Hills game was away. Eastlake, they're getting them at home.
You know, you're right. And so far, the Troopers, I believe they're undefeated at home. They haven't lost a single time this season. And, you know, it just goes to show how important the home field advantage is and how much it adds on to the fact that the teams can do better.
The closest they came was the game versus Americas October 7th. 2019 was the score Curtis Munio put on ice. A game that we missed you, but we're glad to be back with you. Sebastian Perez Navarro, Christian Salazar. Flags remain on the field. 4 minutes, 29 seconds. The clock has stopped.
And Darian Diaz will come in to replace Evan Minjares.
He's gotten some good snaps in the game. Haven't seen much out of him since Las Cruces while at home. He did come in against Coronado for a bit and change momentum in that game.
You know, I definitely want to see what he has to show. We don't really see a lot of him, but I really want to see what he has right here.
Rams huddling. Clock has stopped. Flag still remain. A long pause so far. So let's talk more about that Eastlake game, shall we? Being at home, having the home crowd advantage. Christian, what do we got for score predictions there?
You know, I can't really say a lot right now. Eastlake is a really good team with amazing talent on their roster. However, this Trooper team, they've been doing amazing at home and just they look unstoppable at home, to be honest. And it looks like we don't really know what the score could be.
Friday Night Lights. Eastwood has been a machine at home, but facing one of the best teams in Division 6A is going to be a tough task. But how much will the role of the home crowd advantage play in that game?
It will definitely play a huge factor, seeing as you have all the energy, all the momentum, all the fans cheering for you, and it'll just make you want to do better overall.
Looks like things have been settled, and out of everything that happened, it'll be a first down for the Rams. Penalty on the Troopers and moves the Rams up 5, down at the 7-yard line, at the 8-yard line. Confusing exchange, but we'll roll with it. Isaac Galvan set to prepare his offense for the drives upcoming. Stopping the play, Coach Slope is on the field. Finally back to the sideline.
I think everybody is a bit confused by what just happened.
We're getting the signs here. Refs don't have the mics. Looks like the penalty's offset. There were penalties on both teams, both on Eastwood and both on the Rams. Looks like those penalties offset, but the Rams will start their drive at the 8-yard line.
You know, and right here, if you're the Troopers, if you are somehow able to get a safety, oh my gosh, it'll just help out your team. And just going into next week's game, it'll just help out so much.
Galvan takes it. Galvan has to get rid of it quick. That one almost intercepted just off the hands of Noah Padilla. Brings up second down as everyone in Eastwood held their breath for just a second, but off the hands and incomplete.
You know, that's an interception that you don't necessarily need. However, it'll just feel good for the player to just get that interception.
Galvan pumps. Galvan in the end zone. Galvan throws to Saucedo on that one. Oh, did he catch it? No, he did not. But it looked really close. Maxim Malino Fuentes, who has been quiet, almost caught the pass off the bounds of Saucedo's drop. That would have been an insane reception if it were complete, Christian.
That definitely would have, and it would have gotten them the first down and keep this drive alive. However, they really need to convert on 3rd and long right here.
3rd and 10, here we go. 4 minutes, 17 seconds, clock stop. Claudio on the move. Galvan trying to avoid the safety. Pumping, he's got to get out of it, got to roll out of it. And Robert Lagarda pushes it down. But the whistle was blown, and it stops the return for Andrew Solis. Andres Solis. He had a touchdown right there, but play whistle dead.
Start the clock.
Play whistle dead. But hey, you're down 43-17 with only 4 minutes to go. Offense stays out there. Go for it, right?
You know, you have to in this situation, just to try to get something going.
Galvan stepping back. And he's going to punt it. We've heard of the arm punt, but not the quarterback kick punt. Interesting there. And oh, did they touch the foot of Jeremiah Staib? I saw a little bounce, but the Troopers don't pounce on it. 3 minutes, 36 seconds. Something interesting there, Christian. We've heard of the arm punt, which they just send it down with their arm deep on 3rd, 4th down. No. Isaac Galvan has proved he can do it all. He can receive the kicks, he can put the snap up for the kicker, and he can even punt it away.
A man of all trades.
Ball spotted at the 44-yard line.
And Darian Diaz will come in to replace quarterback Evan Minjares.
May finish off the game being up this big. See what Darian Diaz can do with the reps. Something good for backups, especially having playing time. And yes, while you can call this garbage time, this is not for the backups. This is big time.
You know,
Alex Sanchez also in the game.
It definitely is. They want to prove to themselves that they can deserve a starting spot.
Darian Diaz, he's going to keep it. He's going to take it past the 40 and down almost to the 35-yard line, but gets to the 37. Second down and short. Sets him up. Also giving playing time to sophomore Alex Sanchez.
You know, I really want to see what Darian Diaz can do right here. We haven't seen a lot of him from this season, but I want to see some good passes from him right now.
Elijah Molina is in at running back. Darian Diaz getting set to take the snap. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Diaz takes it. Diaz hands it. Molinar past the 35, finding towards the 30, and enough for the Trooper. First down under the 3-minute mark. Physicality being shown at the end of the play. A little shoving, a little tugging, and a little rivalry showing off, bleeding off.
You know, it definitely is. I think the Rams are a bit bitter about the score and the outcome of this game. However, the Troopers are not letting it get to them, as they just say, we just played better.
Rudy Garcia is also in the game. Little quarterback coach communication for Darian Diaz. 2-2 is on both sides. Diaz takes it. Diaz is going to keep it past the 30, the 35, the 20, and the ball is loose and the Rams recover. From what we saw from this angle, looks like the Rams pounced on it. Check it. Ref official calling. Yes, they did. Rams will get it back.
And it's unfortunate that he fumbled. However, with the lead, it doesn't make much of a difference going right now.
Again, nerves, especially for backups. They don't get much mini snaps, mini reps during these games, so they just play in front of their home crowd. It's nerve-wracking, and accidents and mistakes are prone to happening. And yes, while some people may think they're easily avoidable, there's many factors that come into it. So you can't really blame the player all that much, especially at this level.
You know, you're really right. They're young. They're still learning. They're trying to do better, prove themselves, and prove to the other people that they're good and they deserve a starting spot. And just sometimes it doesn't work out in their favor.
Starting quarterback Isaac Galvan remains in the game, gets it to Diego Oaxaca. None of the starters have left for the Montwood Rams, even though being down late. Down to 43-17 with now officially 2 minutes to go. Clock stops. Diego Oaxaca caught it. Sets up second down and short. Rams trying to get something going here. They're not going to win this. But to get a touchdown and get some momentum going on your side is what you need. Isaac Galvan, that one completed to Jeremiah Stabe. Stabe stays on his feet. Stabe slips a tackle past the 50 down to the 49-yard line. Push to the outside. Mark at stop of the clock at 1 minute and 51 seconds.
You know, the Rams are just trying to get something going, trying to make the deficit seem smaller than it really is, and just trying to get a final score out of this right now.
Looks like Stabe's lunging effort got him to the 49. Instead, they're down at the 48-yard line of their own territory. Galvan drops back, completes it. Saucedo, the tight end, was there, and they're hurrying up with it. Caught by Eduardo Hinojo. At the 48-yard line, hurrying up with it, Galvan. Takes it, Galvan dropping back. Here comes the pressure by Robert Laguarta, and that pass falls out of the hands of Isaiah Claudio. Brings up third down. Tried to hurry it up. Worked in contradiction. Third down. Third and 5. Now bring in as the back, Aaron Gepera. Galvan with time. Here comes pressure. He has to throw it out of bounds. Noah Medina brought the pressure in. It was too much for Galvan. Able to get rid of it. Brings down 4th down and 5. Trooper D line has been on fire.
And there's a flag thrown in the backfield for the Rams. Most likely intentional grounding. And it is intentional grounding. He did not get it over the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver in the area.
No receiver in the area, obviously. Trying to break the pressure, Robert Laguarta and Noah Medina. They've been bringing it all night. Trooper D-line, you have to be nothing but happy with this Trooper defense.
They definitely have. This Trooper defense has been nothing short of amazing with all the turnovers and stops that they've caused.
The intentional grounding call will move them to the 41-yard line. 1 minute 22 seconds remaining from 3rd and 5 to 4th and long.
Fourth and 17 to be exact.
Remaining on the back is Aaron Cepeda. Remaining as quarterback is Isaac Galvan. Still has yet to be taken out. Galvan in the pocket. Here comes the pressure over the middle and incomplete off the hands of Maximiliano Fuentes. And that is 4th down in the end of the Ram drive. Turnover on downs and Trooper 1st down to ice it away.
And with that, the Troopers have just been flat out successful throughout this whole game and just put on a good show for this crowd.
Good show for the crowd. Everything the fans packed out house came here to be. Everybody tonight in the stadium, at least those for cheering for Eastwood, are going to come out with a smile. And with this win, Christian, they have officially clinched postseason. At least according to the records. Top 4 go. Eastwood, with this win, would theoretically clinch a top 4 position.
And with that, that's an amazing accomplishment to have as a team. And hopefully they can continue in the postseason and do good things.
Darian Diaz remains at quarterback. Alex Sanchez remains at wide receiver. We also see Gilbert Hernandez Jr. entering, the senior.
As the Troopers are going to run one more play before the clock winds down to seal the deal and secure the W today.
As the clock winds down, Darian Diaz and his offense will get one more snap to ice it away and a knee, and that is it. Troopers are going to the postseason. Christian, closing thoughts.
You know, the Troopers, they just played an amazing game overall. They just competed better than the Rams, and they just proved successful throughout everything that they did today. You know, with the interceptions and all the turnovers that they had today, they just did a good job overall, and they just played better than the Rams.
Count down the clock. Troopers are going to the playoffs as they beat their rivals 43-17. Before we go, thank yous go out to producer Hector Mass, executive producer Stephanie Nagarro-Rankin and Eric Manal. He's Christian Salazar. I'm Sebastian Perez Navarro. We thank you for sticking with us on the Eastwood Performance Athletics Network. Sebastian Perez Navarro, over and out.